This conference will now be recorded.
So this is here I'm not going too deeper into the regular expressions. What I'm doing is I'm going to discuss the fundamentals of regular expressions and few examples like how to apply that. So that's it about regular expressions. So, see, this is a bit confusion to many people. What I have seen is when we talk about regular expressions, I see a lot of people have a bit of confusion with regular expressions. That is one thing. Second thing, some people are scared. Some people are really scared with regular expressions. And all these problems arises not because regular expressions are difficult, but in understanding the fundamentals of regular expressions. Got it right? If you are good with fundamentals, if you know the basic clearly, then there is no confusion with regular expressions. Okay, and it's very much useful in every language, not just Python. This regular expression is not something which is specific to Python. It is there in Java, C Sharp, Scala, even JavaScript, VB script, shell script. Anywhere you need this regular expressions. And this is a separate kind, this is a separate language kind of thing. Even in search engine optimization, we use a lot of regular expressions. So to do this, to create some patterns, to compare these patterns, this pattern matching, you would want to do some pattern matching, then definitely regular expression is the best choice. And even if you go for validations, like mail validations, phone number validations, like that, there are so many validations and number of validations. And if you want to do validations, even in such case, that we what is that? Regular expressions are very. So what is this now? Usually, if you want to declare it as a pattern, okay, then we have to use a prefix. In Python, we need a prefix R followed by this code C, and this means a regular expression in Python. Got my point. So this is how you define a pattern in Python. Like should have a prefix R followed by quotes. In that you have to declare the pattern. Got it right. Now these are all whatever we are discussing here are the basics in regular expressions. Okay. And if you understand them clearly, then we don't have a big issue with regular expressions. These are as simple as that. And many people have confusion with this itself, with this understanding this very basics of regular expressions. Okay, so let's discuss that. Let's finish off all that and close this topic. Now coming to the point. First one here. Let's start discussing the fundamentals now. Now, if you look at here, this asterisk, what is this? This is the what is this expression here? So these are the basics. We need to understand this. Wherever we apply asterisk, it's clearly written here that it matches 0 or more occurrences of preceding character. What is this? Let's understand with an example. Suppose I say ABC asterisk Caesar means what? Before C, preceding means what? Which comes before. Succeeding means which comes after. So when I put asterisk, what is the preceding character of asterisk? B, not C. B is preceding, C is succeeding. Then this represents, and this asterisk has some impact on this preceding character. Means what? When I say asterisk means I can have 0b in this expression. This expression can have zero occurrences of b, or one occurrence of b, two occurrences of b, three occurrences, four occurrences, five occurrences, like that. Are you following, sir? That is what this is saying here. This asterisk tells about what is that. Now we can test it, sir. We can take a small example. We can test all this. So in Python, if you want to deal with regular expressions, okay, excuse me, we should use this module, this RE, which is used to deal with the regular expressions. Okay, and suppose I am just making a pattern here. Making a pattern. This can be anything, sir. It's just a variable, and I am just taking this pattern as is. Okay, this pattern I am taking it as is. Now, after that, I am going to compare this with some values. See here now. This is one method available in this module, find all. What find all will do is you pass two things to this one, the matching patterns, okay, and then the actual original pattern. Now here, what is that? I created a pattern here. Okay, I created a pattern, and I am passing that to this. Okay. After that, I'm giving you, at the right side, if you see, I'm giving a couple of matching patterns, which is compared with this one. Whichever is matching, that will be returned. Which is not matching, that will be skipped. Now here, right, when you look at this pattern, which are matching with this as per this asterisk, do you think this is matching? Matching or non-matching? This will be matching. What about this? This is a matching. This is a matching. This is a matching. What about this one? ADC or acid? What about this? The last two are not non-matching patterns. Why? Because ABC asterisk might have AC, can have AC or ABC or ABBC, or that B's you can have a number of B's. And here asterisk tells about what preceding character. Preceding means which comes before asterisk, succeeding means which comes after. Now when I have an asterisk, it talks about the preceding character. Hope this is clear for now. It's clear. Are you following, sir? So what is the output you are going to see here? Suppose open your idle set. Find some is there, we can check. So what do you do right now? When you import this, which are matching in all these four, which are matching here with this pattern? What are matching? First one is matching. Second one is matching. Third one is matching. Fourth one is matching. All are matching. Suppose if you want, you can add few more. And all the strings, whichever you want to match, you have to give it in single string separated with comma. Suppose ADC. ADC is not matching, sir. Then what happens? It is skipped. We'll just test this code. You get some idea. Finally, what is it you have to do to test this regular expressions? A simple way is use this module R. Then prepare your pattern. Compare and provide the input patterns to compare with the original pattern. Okay, whichever is matching, they will be returned. Whichever are not matching, they will be skipped. Are you following, sir? And there are so many, there are not just only we have this find all. There are many other methods to handle this regular expressions. I'm just showing you one example, one method to test this all these patterns. Okay, all these basic patterns like asterisk is one pattern. Like that you have dot, like that you have so plus. Now copy this. Put it here. Now run this. So what is the output you are going to see here? Let's run and see this y2a, y2. Can you see there now? In this list, whichever are matching, they are added to the list. Whichever are not matching, they are skipped from the list. Can you see that? Can you see it, sir? So this is simple idea about what is that asterisk. Similarly, you can play with plus, you can play with dot. See, sir, this is so simple, so interesting. Regular expressions. When you understand them, and if you don't understand them, this is very confusing and very difficult. People feel it like that. Okay. The problem is not with regular expression. The problem is understanding each and every basic of regular expression. If you can really, if you are clearly, able to understand these things, this asterisk, this plus, this question mark, this, what are all this doing? This dot, okay, this square bracket, okay, and then this inside this not symbol. Okay, if you understand this basics properly, then there is nothing difficult in playing with regular expressions. And if you don't understand them properly, then definitely it is difficult, no doubt about it. Okay. So what do you do, sir? You can test this example. Take a minute and quickly test it. Hope this is clear for all of you, sir. I think you are done testing this, right? Can anybody confirm? Then we will switch to the next exam. So let's discuss. Others are similar, sir. We don't have big difference here. But only thing is, what is that simple differences here? What we have here that we should understand. Now, if you see here, sir, plus. What does this plus do? Like asterisk. Asterisk means if you put asterisk after some character, means what? It just looks up about the preceding. Even plus also will check the preceding character, but asterisk will see if it is 0 or more occurrences. Whereas if you take plus, it matches with 1 or more, just only 1 or more. That's also not more than that. We don't have multiple occurrences of a preceding character. It doesn't check for that. This plus will check or match with 1 or more. Sorry, I think multiple occurrences. Even plus will check for multiple occurrences. I'm sorry. Doesn't accept for 0. There is no 0 occurrence with the plus. Minimum, if it should match this preceding character, minimum one occurrence must exist for this, or more occurrences. I'm sorry, that is for question mark. So that is what this plus is. So what is difference between asterisk and plus? Both are almost same. The only difference is when you talk about plus, what is it? Plus will match with one or more occurrences. Suppose you take this example. You take AC here. Is this matching with this? No. This one matching. This one matching. This one matching. Do you understand? That's about this one. Maybe in the same example, if you see, instead of asterisk, if I put plus here, what is that I see in this list here? I don't think I can see this AC, and I don't think I can see this ADC. Following, sir? I don't see this ADC and I don't see AC. AC is not going to be matching here. Why? Because minimum one occurrence of B must exist. Preceding character must exist before plus. So this is not a match, but the other three are matching. When you run this program, just save it and just quickly run this. And you can see there, this time AC is missing from the list. Got it right? So that's about this one, sir. So if you understand this small difference, what is that? Plus means it matches with one or more occurrences. Question mark means it matches with 0 or 1 occurrence. How many, sir? How many it is going to match? It is going to match with 0 or 1 occurrence. Multiple occurrences are not applied for this. That is applicable only for asterisk or plus, not for question. Suppose if I see here, if you are just observing in this program, if I put question mark here, then what is the output you see? Answer. Correct. I agree. Harish. Yes, that is agreed. See, means what? In that it will take that pattern, exclusive pattern. We'll talk about it after this. I
Okay.
put
Even star also it is taking. Suppose if you are giving ACD, it
correct,
is giving only AC actually. Even star also.
correct, correct. See, means what? What's happening here? It is going to, suppose you have a pattern. In that pattern, it whatever suppose you have a word or something like that. So you are trying to match a pattern. So in that, whichever the part of the pattern means what, it is not checking for the whole pattern here. Whatever the matching pattern from start to end of that pattern, it will take it. Means what, it's like doing a kind of search in that pattern. Like what is that? I'll just tell you this. Let me give you clarity. Suppose you are saying this, right? That you have ACD. In this, the first part of this pattern is completely matching. Then it will take up to that. Then D is not matching, it will skip it. Means what's happening here? What is this pattern is doing? Whenever you have inputs here, input patterns, and here what this is going to do is, when you say find all, in this each pattern, if there is a matching pattern till to that point, suppose this is a sub pattern, substring. In that, the substring is matching. To whatever the extent it is matching, it will take that extent and excludes the remaining. Suppose you put D in the middle, then it will not agree that. Suppose if you put after that, then it will take up to this. Means what? When you have all these characters aligned in sequence in some word or some string, then whichever the part is matching from start to end, that is extracted. The rest of the part is ignored. You got my point? Suppose we will see the scenarios. Let me just talk about this. As you raise this point, suppose you say ABC asterisk C. This is fine. Now, if you see here, I say AC DC. it will, in this ACDC, the starting first two characters are matching with this pattern, and it will take that. This is treated as a substring. Suppose instead of that we put a DC AC. Now you try to check both ways, AC, DC. Okay, first run this. You find it is whichever part is matching, it is picking that part. Okay, rest of the part is ignored. Suppose you see DC AC. Now you try to test it. So what it is doing, even in the second part, it is taking this. Suppose inside, in between this pattern, in between this you put a DC. Okay, now you run this. This is not going to be processed. Means what? So this should be very clear now. What is that? In a pattern, in an input pattern, if the search pattern, whatever you are giving, is matching in the first part or is matching in the second part, if all this pattern, characters are aligned in a sequence, then it is going to match that. Means what? In a simple word, we can say this is going to match the whole string or a substring. This will give more clarity. What it is doing, find all. Find all is going to search for the whole string or search for the substring. Even if a substring is matching, substring means a part of the string. It will extract that part and give it to you. Okay, this is matching in this. Do you get my point, Harish? That is what is going to happen.
Yes, sir, I got it.
That's what happened. Means it's not like it is searching for a whole pattern. Suppose if you ask me, sir, then I don't want substring to be searched, I want something else. The whole pattern has to be searched. In that case, you should not apply find all method. You have to use some other method there. There are so many regular expression methods which can be used to test these patterns. So for the whole string search, we don't apply find all, but we might apply some other method available. Okay. Suppose probably for that, there are so many sir here. Full match, I hope. You can apply full match. That should be one thing. And also match pattern, I hope. There are so many methods like that, sir. Probably I am expecting match to be used here. What to be used? What is that, sir? Let us just take here match here instead of this, sir. Let us try match. Fewer optional parameters. You don't need to worry. Okay, next, let's run this now. Not sure whether it will match the whole string, but let me check it out. Let me run this. So none of these are matching here. Okay, why? Because the way it behaves should be different. Don't give the whole string here. Just give only like this. Okay, let me just give a single pattern ABC. Now you can see there it is matching here. When you see here, you have to give a single pattern like this to test it. Suppose in this you put just AC. Okay, even now it will work. It should work. You can see here what is that. Here it is providing you the match object, the span, the start letter and the ending index, and then match, which is matching here. Okay. Now suppose here while matching you put AC DC. Even this is a matching if you apply find all, because the substring is matching here, but DC is not matching. Now let us try to run this whether it is a match or not. Even here this is also accepting up to AC. Okay, so 0 to 2 it is taking. Means it will exclude one, of course. Sorry, 2. Then you do one thing. Then let's apply full match. Then, just as you raised a question, I'm just checking. me run this. None. Okay. Put AC. Now you can see there, folks. Do you observe this now? Which function you should apply here? When I say AC DC, here if it is matching, you can get this match here, sir. You can see this. Suppose got it right? So again, suppose you just only put ABC. If it is matching, you can see this. What is matching? It will show here. This method. You can explore it little later. I'm not going to all that. I'm going to explain the fun here. Can you see ABC is matching? Suppose you see ABC 1, 2, 3. Actually, if it is find all or if it is match, both will try to search for the whole string or a substring. But full match doesn't do that. What full match do here? Full match will only search for full string. Now let us see. It doesn't. Even though this is substring is matching here, but still I don't think this is going to be returned. Probably we should get output as none here. Can you see this now? I think this is clear now, right, Harish?
Yes, sir.
Are you clear?
Yeah, got it, sir. Yeah, got it.
So which function you should use if you want to go for the full string search? Full match. Otherwise, the remaining two functions, find all or match, will search for the whole string or a substring. And it, whatever the part is matching, that will be written as your output.
That will, yeah.
Got it right?
Yeah, got it, sir.
That's the idea about this. But anyhow, my focus is not more on talking this. My focus is making you to understand this fundamentals here. Are you following? 1 minute. Let me. So got it right. This is about. I'm about to talk some question mark as Harish raised a question. I had. It's okay. Now I'm using find all anyhow for throughout this discussion. I'm going to use this method for my programs. But I hope still we had a discussion about match and full match. Still we can discuss so many things like that because regular expressions, even this is a big subject. This is not something where we can what is that finish it. This is also an ocean. But point is this fundamentals should be clear for you. Then you can create any kind of patterns. So, and you can play with it. It's very interesting if you understand these fundamentals. Okay. So now if you see ABC question mark, if you put asterisk, it will search for 0 or more occurrences of preceding character. If you put plus, it will search for 0 or 1 occurrence. If you put a question mark 0, sorry, if you put plus, what is that? 1 or more occurrences, not 0 or 1. I'm sorry. This is a little confusing to me. I'm getting, what is that? I'm just thinking question mark for that. Plus means what? 1 or more occurrences. Question mark 0 or 1 occurrence. Only either 0 or 1, not more than that. Suppose you see here AC is matching, ABC is matching. After that, ABBC, ABBBC, ADC, this won't get matched here. Why? Because the reason is so simple. What is that? What is that, sir? This will just only check for 0 or 1 occurrence. That's all, not more than that. It doesn't check for multiple occurrences. Now run this and test it, sir. Can you see there? We just only see the first 2 occurrences, but we are not getting remaining 2 occurrences, sir. You get my point, sir? Harish, is this clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, right. So that's about this, and then see, we can quickly understand these things. And dot means what, sir? Any dot means any one character. Suppose wherever I put dot, in place of that, any character can be replaced there. It will match with any character in place of dot. Can you see? You can see here in this example, it matches any single character. That's what dot does here. And it should be exact match here. Means what? If I see AC, BC, I am not sure this is going to match with that. I'm sorry, I am talking about single character. Exact match means Any one single character must be there. Suppose if you see A, B, C, D, and it is not accepting invalid. See, because even though this part is matching here, A, B, C, still it is skipping this. Yes, correct. It should be an exact match. We can check it and test it. Let's just see this now. Put dot here. Okay. In place of dot, what is that? Any one character can be fixed. ABC or AXC or ADC like that. Suppose you see, sir, ABCD. Actually, as per the other remaining three characters like asterisk or plus or question mark, this is going to be the substring is a matching pattern. This get matched here. This is a valid pattern. It will skip that D and extract the substring and give it as an output for us. But for this, if you put dot, they were saying that this string should have a exact match. Even if you have an extra character, it is not going to accept. Okay, in this example, how many are going to be matching patterns? How many are going to be non-matching patterns? Any answer? Answer, sir. How many are matching? How many are non-matching? As per the dot, as per the theory we have observed there, the definition. How many are matching? How many are non-matching? Come on, answer, sir. Here we have 4 matching and 1 non-matching, correct? Let us just try this. Let us try. I have 5 here. Oh, means what? ABC, AXC, ADC, ABC, ADC. So means even this is also this is also what is that? It is matching this also, sir. Means I should remove this. This is a bit confusion here. Should be exact match means I don't want this. It matches with any single character. Leave that exact match stuff. Okay. Now means with output, what we understand is even this will search for substring. It's not like exact match here, sir. If you want to go for exact match, then you have to use that full match method, not this find all. Find all definitely search for a substring or a string. It will search for a whole string, or it will search for substring. Whatever is matching, that is returned. But what is the point when you are doing searching? The characters has to be it should be the sequence has to be in right order. Otherwise, it won't be matched. Got it right? So that's all, sir. This is about dot. After that, the next one. What is this? So when you put this parenthesis, right? Sorry, this square brackets. Parenthesis means round brackets. Means any one character in this going to be matched here. Suppose you see B in brackets, I put A, I, O, U, D. Then when I say bad is matching, bed is matching, bit is matching, board is matching, bud is matching, BXD is not matching. Again, same thing. If you apply find all, it's about the method which we use. It's not about the pattern we choose here. It's if it is a square bracket or if it is asterisk, question mark, all this. They has a functionality. That functionality is applied on that pattern. That's all. Whether to search for the whole string or substring, full string, it depends on the method we use. What the point, right, sir? These characters don't have any impact on the method. These characters will just perform their responsibility. Means what? The star, 1, 0 or more occurrences. If it is plus, 1 or more occurrence. If it is question mark, 0 or 1 occurrence. If it is dot, in any one character. If it is square bracket, whatever you put in the bracket, any one character is going to be matched. Okay, so I think now you got that track of this thing, right, sir? The pattern matching thing. Now, what is that? We don't in a pattern matching, you don't just use only asterisk, only question mark, only dot, only square bracket like that, sir. We mix all this and we create a very big pattern. What do? We don't just only take this one or two one or these two this symbols. Use all these symbols and try to validate one pattern. Let it be a Gmail, or I mean a mail ID, or let it be a phone number. It is going to match with all that, sir. So now you can test all this, sir. I don't think I have a big say here. Okay. Now what is this now? This is about this one. You can quickly test it, sir. Suppose you see here, I put some bracket here. A. Inside bracket, I put A, E, I, O, A, I, O, U, and just put some vowels there. Then I say AAC and then AEC, okay, and then AIC, AOC. Okay, leave it like this. Some non-matching patterns. Let us have some non-matching. In this, you tell me which are going to be matching patterns, which are non-matching patterns. Now you can answer. Now you got clarity on everything. Okay, it's the method which is going to see whether it should match the whole string or substring or a full string. It's not the symbol which has that power. Okay. Now you give me an answer. In this square brackets, if you apply this pattern, which are matching patterns, which are non-matching patterns? Please give me an answer. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, you can see there, and AOD is also not matching here. Can you see this now? Because why? It is not following C. Can you see this now? AAC is fine, AAC is fine, AIC is fine. AOD is not having C again. You are missing that here, right? So it is not matching. ADC, even though A and C are matching, D is missing that. So that's why first three are matching patterns, next two are non-matching patterns. Got it, right? Next one after that. Till this, will you test it, sir? Can you please test till this remaining, what is that, second, third, fourth, fifth, okay, and sixth is not discussed. Then now test up to 5. What is that, plus and plus, question mark, dot, and then this square bracket. Test up to this. If you have already tested, then no issues. Then I will continue. If you had tested it, I'll continue that. So these are simple, sir, but only thing is you need a good practice. This is not difficult at all. Shall I continue, or do you want some time to test? Okay. Suppose you have not inside that. Not. Now, what do you mean by not here? The same thing here. You have this one is with the like this bracket, means what inside whatever is matching with any single character in this bracket is going to be matching character. Suppose if you come here, if you put some not symbol here, okay, what does this mean here? It matches with any single character other than in the given list. Means what? It excludes all this and matches with the remaining characters. Suppose in this same pattern, I put not here. Where is this? I put not. Now you tell me what are matching patterns as per not and what are non-matching patterns as per not. First, let's analyze. If answer is wrong, nothing, sir. When we ran the program, we can get the output. That's not something difficult to understand. Which are matching, which are non-matching here. If we put their not symbol, it's so simple, right? What it is saying, match with any other character other than given in this. Means what? Probably, let us just test it now. Let us just test it. As per this, 1 minute. Let me put it as a, okay, let me run it first. ADC is the only matching pattern. Why? Because why? Other than this AEIOU, anything else is there as a character, then that is going to be matching character. AOD is not matching because the ending character C has to be there in that pattern. It is missing C. And other than AIOU, other than AIOU, if you have any other one character, then that is a matching pattern. If you understand this, not use. What's the purpose of not here? Did you get that, sir? Yes, sir. It's straightforward. There is nothing like to think too much about these things. When you just give that and run it, then you understand it. It's a straightforward. Next one, same like A through E. This has to be in a sequence. Means it will take from A to E. So in this, what's happening here, sir? When you put hyphen means it matches any single character within given range. You can set a range here, sir. When you look at this example itself, you can understand. XAY is matching. This is the pattern. In that A to E means from A to E. XA is matching. XAY, XBY is matching. XCY is matching. XDY is matching. XCY is matching. But not XHY. To provide a range of patterns with the start and with the end, then definitely this hyphen is very much used. Even we can apply this hyphen with digits as well. You can see here, sir. This is one of the most used, regularly used, one of the most used regular expression. This hyphen thing. Suppose you are matching a phone number. So your phone number has how many digits? 10 digits. Means if you have 10 digits, means you have to make this 0 to 9 10 times. 10 times to match that pattern. And if you should start something, then you have to give that start symbol also, like that. So got it right? So first you can see here 0 through 9 means it matches any single digit. If this is the pattern, to match any single digit, we create this pattern. To match any lowercase alphabet from A to Z, we use this pattern. To match any uppercase alphabet from A to Z, we use this pattern. Suppose you want to match for but any one alphabet, uppercase or lowercase, use this pattern. Suppose you want to match for any one alphabet and then a digit, alphanumeric. It can be alphanumeric. Any alphabet or digit, then you have to create a pattern like this. And now you see, right? Other than digit. Now just now we have discussed this not thing. Other than alphabet, lowercase alphabet. Other than uppercase alphabet. Other than alphanumeric symbols. Alphanumeric means what? You have symbols, right? And this one, other than characters, means numbers or symbols. Like that, we have to create patterns. Can you get this? Are you following, sir? Are you following or not? Is it clear for everyone, sir? Yes or no, sir? Please give me your answer. Did you get this, or should I discuss one more time? So these are simple, sir. These are no even it's more like enjoying the very fundamental mathematics kind of thing. But only thing is you have to be clear like what every regular expression pattern is doing here. That symbol is doing. If you understand that, there is nothing difficult in regular expressions. And if you don't understand, everything is difficult. That's clear. Next after that, this pipe symbol. Pipe means it's like even this is there in our programming. When I say Java or Hadoop or Python means it will search for any one of these matching patterns. It's applying like R kind of operation. I give Java, Java is matching. I give Hadoop, Hadoop is matching. I give Python, Python is matching. I give Salesforce, it's not matching. Then it is not going to be matching pattern. Okay, that's about this one. The pipe thing. Following sir. That's about pipe. Next. You talk about M sir here. What is M? You can see here this flower bracket with M means it matches exact occurrences of preceding character. Suppose you see sir similar to that what is that our asterisk or plus or question mark. This is also a kind of matching occurrences. Now I put what is this sir? You can see here. It is going to be match occurrence of preceding character. Suppose I put with this flower braces 3 times means this B can occur for 3 times. Preceding character means what is there before this flower brace B is there. Means B can occur exactly for 3 times. Now in this in this 3 patterns, which is going to be matched with this one? Sorry, in these 4 patterns, which is the matching pattern among these 4 patterns with this? What's your answer, sir? The first one, second one, third one, and fourth one, which is going to be matching pattern. Tenth one, for 10th one, what are matching patterns there? So the first one is the matching pattern. Remaining 3 are invalid patterns. Why? Because exactly we should have 3 occurrences of B characters. Correct? Next one. Same thing, little change here. Here we can choose what is that exact number of patterns in the flower bracers. Now you can see here now in this case, it's 11th one. There will be minimum and maximum. M means what is my M here? M represents minimum M occurrences. N represents max N occurrences. Means what? Suppose you see here ABC of 3, 5 means this B can occur minimum for 3 times and max up to 5 times. Means what? Minimum 3 means this is valid and this is valid. Means this B can occur for 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. Not for 2 times or not for 6 times. But it can occur for 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. Are you following, sir? So you can see here A, B, B, C. This is not matching. Why? Because B is occurring only for 2 times. The preceding character must be at least occurring for 3 times or max up to 5 times. Not more than that, not less than that. But this is matching, sir. This is matching. Even this is matching. It is coming for how many times, sir? 5 times. You can test all this, sir. After class, what you can do is, sir, you can just take these examples and you can test it. I think you understood this, right, sir? Is this clear? Suppose I have 4 patterns here. Is it matching, right? Matching or non-matching? Suppose I have this one. This is definitely, is it a matching pattern or non-matching pattern? What about the last one? Matching or non-matching? Definitely. You understood, right? These are simple, sir. Regular expressions are it's a very interesting topic or area, but the only problem is people don't have clarity on these symbols and they get confused. And when you create a regular expression pattern, we have to mix all these symbols and we validate one pattern. Not though you don't think that we use only a specific symbol here. Sometimes we need to use not everyone. Suppose if I have some 14 or 15 patterns, we don't need to use all 15. At least most of them has to be used. Got it, right? So now after this, next pattern, 12th one. There is no starting pattern. Same like in our Python. Okay, there is no start. You don't have the lower limit, but upper limit is fixed here. Suppose you see here, what do you mean by this here? Means what? You can have minimum 0 to max n. If you don't give, by default it takes it as 0. Same thing happens in Python, right? When you go for slice operator, the behavior of slice operator is almost similar to this one, right? Minimum 0 and max up to what you specify here. Correct? Means what? Suppose you take few patterns here. What is that? A B C A C. Okay. A B B B C. Okay. A B B C. Something like this. In this, couple of patterns are matching, couple of patterns are not matching. In this, which is matching, which is not matching? Do you think this is matching? First one. As per this, you can have minimum how many? It can start with 0 and but max should be 5. Is the first one matching here? This one, is this matching? Is this matching? Is this matching? Is this matching? And which is not matching here? The last one is not matching. All others are matching patterns. Right? Correct? Now, next one. 30th one. Minimum, you should have something here, but max, you don't have any limit. The starting occurrences must be there, but ending can be anything. Okay, it matches minimum of m occurrences and maximum no limit. Suppose if I give here the same example for this, this is my pattern for this one. If I say something like 3 comma, but I didn't mention what is this set. I'm not mentioning the upper limit. Max number of patterns means what? In this expression, the pattern can be this is matching, this is matching, this is matching. Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is not matching, this is not matching, this is matching. After this, you can put any number of b's, it is matching. So, which are not matching here? The first two are non-matching patterns. Why? Because the number of exact patterns of B should be how many? The occurrences of B should be minimum 3. So, these first two are not matching. This is the idea about this. Then what about this, sir? 14th one. This is when you put it inside this square bracket, it is nothing but it acts as not symbol. Okay, inside square it acts as not. Suppose if you put it as just like this, then what is that? It indicates start of that line. Something is starting with Vedatri, then it is fine. Like if you put it like this outside square bracket, then it will see whether it is starting with the A, B, or A or B or C. If you put in bracket, it will search for single occurrence of every character. If you put it like this with a word like this without any brackets, then it will search for this whether a statement is starting with this string or not. Okay, if you put it like this, it search for whether it starts with A or B or C. If you put it like this, whether it doesn't start with other than ABC, it will search for remaining other characters. Got it right? Huh? Do you understand this, sir? Got it right? So that's about these three patterns. Okay, you can test examples, sir. These are simple examples. Sir. Usually dollar indicates the end of that string or end of that state. That's what dollar is. Okay, if you put dollar at the end means it indicates the end of that line. Okay. After that, even if we have something, it is ignored. It is not treated part of that string. Okay. That's what dollar means here. Okay, next one. And you know, right? You can also just now we have discussed all this. What is this? This 0 to 9 means what? It matches with any one digit, right? Even in a short form, you can like it as you can declare it as what a slash small d. When I put it like this, it means even this is also nothing but equivalent to this one. Suppose I want to, if you see here, I want to match 4 digits. I want to check for occurrences of 4 digits in a pattern. If that pattern is having 4 numbers, the first one checks for any one character, second one any character, third one any character, fourth one any character. The same thing we can also try like this. You can see right, 4 can occur for how many times? 4 times. The same thing we can also check like this, slash d slash d slash d means what? We are checking for a 4-digit number, whether that 4-digit number has 4 digits or not. Got it right? That's what we are checking here. Means slash d means it will check for any one digit here, and even in second pattern also will do the same. Third pattern also will do the same. Fourth pattern also will do the same. Means what is this? All in all, this is checking for a 4-digit number. It is validating a pattern with 4 digits. Or the same thing we can also apply like this. Can you see slowly how it is getting transformed here? Like that, what happens is, see, this regular expression has no limit, sir. Got it right? You can play it as you like. Now, similarly, when you say capital D, slash capital D means if you don't want to check for any occurrence of a digit, any single non-digit, it's this slash capital D is equivalent to not symbol here. Not means we have already clearly discussed. When you put not inside square brackets means what, sir? What is it? It is not going to match any of these characters which are there here. Other than this, it will match other characters or other digits. But we don't have more than 0 to 9 digits. There are no other digits, of course. Got it right? Unless and until if you take the combination 13, 14 like that. Got it right? But from 0 to 9, if any other digit is there, it will not going to match it. Suppose if you have 10, 11, then definitely they are matching characters. Okay, next one. Slash W means what is this, sir? Now you can easily understand. This is any alpha numeric. Small w means alpha numeric. When it is uppercase, any non-alpha numeric. Got it right, sir? And then slash s means it matches with the white space character. What is that? It matches with the spaces. That is what this slash s is. Understood now? Now next one, and finally, when you talk about this slash b boundary, word boundary. Boundary means you can understand with example. Suppose you see, sir, you put slash b here. So foo is there here. Before that and after that you put slash b means this acts as a boundary for foo here. Now what is going to happen here? It will check. Suppose you see here now. Now you have 3 different patterns here. And also one more pattern, four patterns. How many patterns are here there? 4 different input patterns and one expression. This is the expression. Now what is the boundary, word boundary foo here? Means what is this going to be matching here? Is this matching pattern, the first one? What about the second one? What about the third one? What about the fourth? See here, all these are matching patterns. Why? Because the word boundary is properly set with foo here. Okay. And now foo bar, if you see here, this is not going to be matching pattern. Why? Why, sir? Foo bar is not going to match. It is not going to match with that. It is not going to match foo3 also. Why, sir? Because it's clearly saying the boundary sets with matches with what? It matches with foo, or foo dot is also fine. Foo square brackets is fine. Even this is going to match this foo here because you can see spaces before that and after that. If you don't have spaces, again it is not going to match. You can see here. What it's saying here, it says /b represents backspace character. One space back is /b. We have this even in C language. You understand this, sir? This is simple idea about this one. Now, no, nothing to worry, sir. You can check with that find all function. Put that find all and keep these patterns there. Then you can just test all this. Following, sir. So this is idea about what this regular expression symbols. This is clear now, right? Do you get clarity on this regular expression symbols? All these are clear, right? Now, if you want, you can test it. You can test all this, sir. What I'll do is I'll copy and paste all this for you. Even it is there in the GitHub also, not an issue. You can test this. Any questions? Are you clear with all the whatever we have discussed? You can test it yourself, sir. No issues. You have example for every symbol. You can test them. If you don't have example, you can put it in the find all method and you can test them, sir. Not an issue. Okay. I have given all these regular expressions. So what you can do, you can play with them. So is that clear so far, sir? Whatever I have discussed with you, the questions are clear, right? Sorry, the concept is clear, right? So you have that. Please test it, sir. Please test it. And now in the next class, we will start exception handling. Probably next week will be the last for us. Okay, we will close this Python next week, sir. Regular expressions is done now. So this symbols, everything is clear for all of you. Then we'll do exception handling. That is one topic. The other one is the other topic will be this one, sir. Threading, multi-threading. With that, we'll stop the Python there. So because we have covered almost all the topics of Python. Okay. And we almost done it for 5 months. Nearly for 5 months we have done this Python. Okay. With few sessions, excluding at least 4 months of sessions we have done. Because we started it in December, now it's almost May 10. And if you include next week also, it will become almost, yes, nearly 5 months. Hope you got some good idea about Python in these 5 months or 4 months, excluding the sessions we missed. Any questions, sir? Do you have any questions? No questions, sir? All of you are good. Not sure, might be I'm thinking to start Google Cloud. I would like to do some cloud computing. Data science will plan after that. Let's learn something different. Let's go for cloud computing. GCP. I'm thinking to start something different. Data science will do, because even now we'll start data science. Still, it's not in the industry. If you look at the software industry, I think most of you are working. Hardly you find data science projects in most of the companies, except few startups. They were doing even POCs. I don't think they were actually really doing some data science projects. Okay, even startups were in POC level. I'm not sure that really they were having any data science project, because my company is Vachusa. We have a practice, data science practice, but I didn't see that we have that no serious projects in data science. At least we have for big data, we have 8-9 projects for big data. Okay, but I don't see the same for data science. Got it, right? Even I should see it's same for your companies also, if I'm not wrong. Even in your companies, just you just observe there. How many data science projects are there in your company? Deepak, what is your company?
UST Global.
Pardon? Global,
UST Global.
IST Global. So do you have any data
UST
projects in your
Global.
company?
Big
GST,
data project. UST, sir.
UST,
Thank you.
okay.
UST. Okay. So big
Hmm.
data projects are still started. Now only started, but I'm working for NetApp. They earlier started PySpark, but because of architect some problem, they revoked actually.
Okay.
So still we are working on the legacy like a data stage and ETL. So yeah, after this learning, I'm start switching the job, thinking of this one.
Oh, that's really awesome. Yeah, that's
So this
useful.
Python is enough, sir, for Python and Scala.
More than enough. More than enough.
Okay.
Because this is core and advanced Python. If you can
Okay.
really solve this thoroughly, I don't think you have issues with even learning analytical Python or data science also.
Okay. Sir. Thank you.
Now you are able to do good programming now. If I am not wrong, we have got a
Yes,
good
sir.
practice
Yeah,
throughout this.
actually, Python I am almost whatever you covered done, but Scala little I joined little bit late because you started earlier sessions, morning sessions. Once even in night session, then only I started attending. So
Yeah, you keep attending.
yeah,
Even scale is similar to Python only. The whatever you
yeah,
missed is
yeah.
uh,
I'm learning from the backup videos.
that will help you. So that even we are going scalar too deep, and it's more like
Correct.
sessions, right? Every day 1 hour, evening 9:30 to 10:30. It will help you
Correct.
to get more you know
Yes, yes.
the scale up thing. But Python is good for all of you, right? You have practiced and you have improved it at least to some level. I don't say you are at straight extraordinary levels, but you'll be at a decent level if I'm not wrong. This is more than enough to get into data science or to get into big data or to get into anything, because this will help you to understand majority of the what is this big data concepts and data science concepts. On top of this, the thing you have to learn is you have to learn analytical Python if it is big data, sorry, data science area. Otherwise, if it is big data, you need to get some idea about PySpark. There, the way we implement Python is same. They use a lot of lambda functions. You need to understand how to apply lambda in your big data. So that's important in Spark. Got it right? So that's it. Hope we'll meet next week, guys. Thank you.